This program brought to you in part by the Erica Lewis Endowment Fund.
Coming up, it's Coronado taking on Canyon Springs. This is Varsity Quiz. Hello and welcome once again to the 57th season of Varsity Quiz. We got the best and the brightest high school students matching wits in this unique academic competition. It's an honor to be your host. I'm Nathan Tannenbaum. We hope you know that we have 2 Varsity Quiz leagues now in each season's competition. So we crowned a Blue League champion a couple of weeks ago. So now we're on the road to the Silver League Championship. We've got Coronado taking on Canyon Springs. Coronado was undefeated in their division. Let's meet their starters. There's Seme. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Miriam.
Hi.
Cameron and Kyle, and the coach of Coronado, Matt Aberman. That's our team from Coronado. Okay, as for Canyon Springs, let's see. They have a record of 3-3 in their division. Their starters are, we got Ashley. Hi, Ashley. There's Kit. Hi. Rowan and Evelyn. And the coach of Canyon Springs, Danette McFarland. Ladies and gentlemen, Canyon Springs. Students, let's play Varsity Quiz. What nickname was given to October 29, 1929, when Wall Street crashed, triggering the Great Depression? Coronado, Miriam.
Black Tuesday.
Yes. Give the term for the repetitive movement like that of a pendulum or vibrating guitar. Coronado, Miriam.
Oscillation.
Yes. The Fundamental Orders was the first written constitution in the American colonies, adopted in 1639. So this state is known as the Constitution State because of that document. Coronado, Miriam.
New Hampshire.
That's incorrect. Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Virginia.
No, we were looking for Connecticut. No points. Can we move on to this question? In the novel, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, what's the name of the protagonist who navigates high school and adolescence? Coronado, Cameron.
Charlie Kamekas.
Yes. Circumstances such as stealing more than a certain amount, having a weapon, harming the theft victim can elevate a charge to what level past? Coronado, Seme?
Felony?
Yes. Next question. The controversial 1964 Gulf of Tonkin resolution escalated U.S. involvement in which nation, even, that's Coronado, Kyle.
Vietnam.
That's right. The marble used for the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. came from which U.S. state? Coronado, Seme?
Montana?
Incorrect. Canyon Springs, Rowan?
Illinois.
No, it was Colorado. No points. Next question. Which book has chapters titled The Pool of Tears, The Queen's Croquet Ground, and Advice from a Caterpillar? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Alice in Wonderland.
That's right. Canyon Springs is on the board. Let's keep going. Which man took off from Roosevelt Field on Long Island, New York at 7:52 a.m., May 20, 1927? And that's Coronado, Miriam.
Charles Lindbergh.
That's right. What was the dominant U.S. industry during the 1920s economic boom? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Manufacturing.
I don't think that's enough. We need something more specific.
Steel.
Coronado, Seme?
Auto manufacturing?
Yeah, automobile. So points for Coronado. We move on. At around 1,800 pounds, what creature known as Ursus maritimus is the largest living Coronado, Miriam?
The polar bear.
That's right. What's the term for a 2-house legislature like our Congress? Coronado, Miriam?
A bicameral legislature.
That's right. Every year on November 11th, the United States celebrates Veterans Day to recognize veterans from all American wars and conflicts. The holiday, originally called Armistice Day, was created to commemorate the end of which war? Coronado, Seme?
World War I?
That's right. What term describes bacteria that needs oxygen to survive? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Oxic.
No? Coronado, Miriam?
Aerobic.
Can we take that? Yes. Okay, we're looking for aerobes. We'll take that. Points for Coronado. We move on. Which 1960s movement focused on extreme simplification of form and color? Coronado, Miriam.
Abstract movement.
No? Canyon Springs, Rowan?
Bauhaus.
No, we were looking for minimalism, dude. Next question. It's a calculation question. Solve this system of equations. X plus y equals 26, and x minus y equals 4. I'll repeat. Solve this system. We'll take Coronado, Miriam.
X is 15, Y is 12.
Incorrect. I'll finish repeating. Solve the system of equations. X plus y equals 26, and x minus y equals 4. No answer. We're looking for 15 and 11. No points. Next question. A devastating fire in 1666 destroyed a large portion of this city. That's Canyon Springs, Rowan.
London.
Yes. Next question. Interstate 90 runs from Edgar Martinez Drive in Seattle to the Ted Williams Tunnel in which northeastern city? Coronado, Miriam.
Augusta.
No. Ted Williams played for the Boston Red Sox. Next question. No points. Nellie Bly exposed patient abuse in mental hospitals in 1887. In 1903, Ida Tarbell revealed corruption at Standard Oil. So, Coronado, Miriam?
Muckrakers.
Yes. What's the name of the windpipe that connects the larynx to the bronchi? Coronado, Miriam?
Trachea.
Yes. Which 1803 U.S. Supreme Court case had a justice of the peace suing a future president? Coronado, Kyle?
Marbury versus Madison.
That's right. What's the term for the process of bone formation? Canyon Springs, Roland?
Osteogenesis.
No. Ossification. You were on the right track. Next question. What 1913 reform created a central banking system in the United States? Coronado, Kyle?
The Federal Reserve.
That's right. This event is one of 2 points in Earth's orbit where the sun creates equal periods of daytime. We'll go with Canyon Springs. Rowan?
An equinox.
That's partially correct, but it's an interrupt. Let me finish reading the question. Creating equal periods of daytime and nighttime across the globe. Many people mark it as the first day of fall. What is the event? Coronado, Miriam.
The autumn equinox.
Yes. We needed something more specific there. Okay, next question. Years before American artist Jeff Koons broke a record by selling his rabbit for $91.1 million, he worked with physicist Richard Feynman to produce Equilibrium. So in it, Koons suspended basketballs half in and half floating in distilled water by adding what simple ingredient to the water? Canyon Springs, Rowan?
Salt.
That's right. And that's the end of the first round. A round of applause for both teams. And don't go anywhere. We're going to take a couple of minutes to get to know each of our players here. We'll start with Coronado. We have 11th grader Seme. Good to see you again, Seme.
Good to see you
You
too.
wrote that one of your hobbies is horse riding.
It is indeed.
How often do you get to do that?
Normally I try to do it every week, but it's gotten too cold, unfortunately, so
Do you have a horse or you just rent a horse?
borrow a horse, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it was really bad at racing, so now he's just retired.
Okay. Well, good luck with the horse riding. Good luck on Varsity Quiz. Here's 12th grader Miriam. Hi, Miriam.
Hello.
It says you do part of a tutoring club?
So it's my mom and I, and we work together at a local community center to serve underserved and immigrant youth. It's at a mosque. And actually, some of the kids that I teach, they watch this show as well.
Well, give them a shout out.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
There
If you
go.
see me.
Well, thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Keep it up, and good luck on Varsity Quiz. Here's 12th grader Cameron. Hi, Cameron.
Hello.
Says you're in the theater program over there.
I am, yeah.
Have you guys put on a play yet, or you're going to do one?
Yes, we are doing The Little Mermaid right now. It's from February 4th to 7th, so you can get tickets if you want. It's pretty good.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Thank
Good
you.
luck here on Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Cameron. And here's 11th grader Kyle. Hi,
Hello.
Kyle. You don't often meet someone who says they are interested in elections. What is it about elections that says that that's one of your hobbies.
Well, really, I don't know. I was always kind of obsessed with, statistics as a kid, and I feel like this is just, sort of an extension to that obsession, to a degree at least.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I wish more people were interested in elections. All right, thanks, Kyle. Good luck on Varsity Quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coronado. All right, now let's meet our players from Canyon Springs. We start with 11th grader Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Welcome. You wrote a couple of things about yourself, like you're of a different nationality and what your ultimate goal in life is.
Yes, I'm from Peru, and I want to become an immigration lawyer in the future.
How long have you been in the United States?
6 years.
Okay. Well, glad you're here, and good luck with all of that, and good luck on Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
Here's 12th grader Kit. Hi, Kit.
Hello.
For people who may not be familiar, can you give us sort of a quick description of what the We the People program is?
We the People it's a group of students chosen by our government teachers to represent the Constitution. We worked about the Constitution and dismantling it and applying it to modern standards.
Well, good luck with that. I think that I wish more people did that too. Thank you, Kit. Good luck with that, and good luck on Varsity Quiz. Here's 12th grader Rowan. Hi, Rowan.
Hello.
Nice to see you here. A hobby I don't think I've ever seen a student include as one of their hobbies, taxidermy.
Yep.
Have you stuffed actual animals?
Oh, okay. Let me explain this better. Taxidermy, I've never stuffed animals, but I have wet specimens. I like to process bones, and I like to process insects. Actually, I'm wearing one of my processed bones right now.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. And good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Roland. Here's 12th grader Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello.
I don't know what this is, so maybe folks at home don't know. What is FBLA?
FBLA stands for the Future Business Leaders of America.
And so what do you guys do?
We do a bit of everything, mainly focused on taking kids from high school into the business world.
Right on. Good luck with that. And good luck on Varsity Quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, Canyon Springs. And our bonus round coming up. Score going into round 2. Coronado has 80 points. Canyon Springs has 10. There's one new player for Coronado. We welcome Drake. Hi, Drake.
Hi.
Nice to see you here. Canyon Springs keeping their same players. This is a timed round at 6 minutes, which starts as I read this question. It's home to the biggest ball of twine and is the largest producer of wheat in the United States. In the 1939 movie Wizard of Oz, from which state? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Kansas.
That's right. Bonus questions for Canyon Springs now only. Canyon Springs, these are questions about the Wizard of Oz. First, which birds fly over the rainbow in the song of that title? Second, which phrase designates the horse in the Emerald City? You have 10 seconds. I think there's going to be a little dinger thing. There we go, Captain.
Crows, no answer.
It's bluebirds that fly over the rainbow. And for the second one, why, that's that horse of a different color you've heard tell about. No bonus points, but you get the points from the original question and this question for both teams. The reworking of land that has been won from the sea is called what? Coronado, Seme?
Land reclamation?
Yes. Bonus questions for Coronado only. These are science questions. First, it makes up 33% of the land's surface area on Earth. What's the area of land called with little rainfall or vegetation? Second, what's the study of fossils called?
Paleontology.
You have 10 seconds.
First answer, desert. Second answer, paleontology.
Both are correct. You got bonus points. Now this question for both teams. It required local authorities in the 13 colonies of British North America to provide British Army personnel with housing and food. What's 1765? And that's Coronado, Miriam.
The Quartering Act?
Yes. Bonus questions about U.S. history now for Coronado only. First, the Tea Act of 1773 enabled what British company to sell its tea at a lower price? Second, in what year did George III declare the colonists to be in rebellion? You have 10 seconds.
First answer, the British East India Company. Second answer, 1776.
East India Company is correct. The year was 1775. Some bonus points, not all, and the points from the original question. Okay, here's a question for both teams. It's a piece of equipment used to direct a horse. What's the three-letter word for the mouthpiece? And that's Coronado. Miriam?
Bit.
Yes. Bonus questions for Coronado only. These are about horses. First, humans are omnivores, lions are carnivores, and horses are what? Second question, unlike humans and other animals, horses only breathe through what? You have 10 seconds.
Yeah, you sure? Okay. First answer herbivore, second answer noses.
Both are correct. More bonus points, and this question for both teams. In one of the most iconic photographs in U.S. history, which president is holding a newspaper of the Chicago, that's Coronado, Drake?
Harry Truman.
Yes. Bonus question is now for Coronado only about the 1940s. First, which prominent leader was assassinated in New Delhi by a religious fanatic while returning from a prayer meeting? Second, which European country experienced the assassination of its first president, followed by a communist coup? You have 10 seconds.
No, Greece had a president earlier. Who was it? Good question. Hungary.
First
Captain?
answer Mahatma Gandhi, second answer Hungary.
Gandhi's correct. The second is Czechoslovakia. Some bonus points, not all. You have points from the original question. And now this question for both teams. It is a calculation question, students. Find the volume. What is the volume of a sphere with radius r? Repeating. Okay, Coronado, Miriam.
4/3 pi r cubed.
Correct. So for Coronado, we have bonus calculation questions. First, what is 3 2/3 times 1 1/2? Second, an arithmetic sequence has first term 7 and common difference 5. So what is the 20th term? Repeat both. What is 3 2/3 times 1 1/2? Second, an arithmetic sequence has first term 7, common difference 5. What's the 20th term?
I think first one is 11/2, second one is 102.
Yeah, I think
First answer 11/2, second answer 102.
I know the second one is correct. I got to do my math and see what the judges say about the first one. It's correct? Okay, both are correct. So more bonus points, and here's a question for both teams. Found in rivers, streams, lakes, and estuaries in woody areas, what is North America's largest rodent, weighing up to 65 pounds? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Beavers.
That's right. We have bonus questions now for Canyon Springs. Canyon Springs only. These are questions about animals. First, what ground-dwelling African monkeys are famous for their troop society? And second, flamingos have pink feathers due to their diet of brine, shrimp, and blue-green algae. But what color are flamingos when they're born?
Flamingos
You
are
have
white.
10 seconds.
Gorillas, maybe. They're not monkeys.
Captain?
No answer and white.
That's incorrect. We were looking for baboons, and they're gray when they're born. We're out of time for the bonus round, but hang on a second. We want to say thank you to the Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas. Sure hope you've heard of them. They help provide judges for the in-school competitions because Varsity Quiz happens early in the school year throughout schools in the district. We also want to give a shout out to the staff and the leadership of the Clark County School District's Student Activities Department because they coordinate every step of the program from early in the school year all the way to the championships. Speed round coming up. The score going into round 3, Coronado 145 points to Canyon Springs 20. We do have all new players for Coronado, so we want to say hello to Ainsley. Hi, Ainsley. And there's Dexter. Welcome. Hello to Jack. And Winston. Hello. And Canyon Springs, you all look very familiar. Let's go. What type of USB port is now commonly used to connect high-speed external devices like external Coronado? Dexter?
USB-C.
Correct. What's the term for the dictionary definition of a word separate from its emotional associations? Coronado, Winston.
Diction.
No? Canyon Springs, Kit?
Denotation?
That's right. Next question. What U.S. policy, named after the president who designed it, gave economic and military aid to nations resisting communism in 1947? Coronado, Jack.
The Truman Doctrine.
That's right. Aloe vera and some other succulents store their needed water in large, fleshy leaves. In what part of the plant do the cacti store their water? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
In the roots?
No. Coronado, Winston.
The flowers.
No, in the stem. So no points on that one. We move on. What structural feature allows cathedrals to have tall stained glass stained glass walls by redistributing the weight of the roof and walls, which tended to be large and thin in the Gothic architecture? Coronado, Jack.
Pillars.
No. Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Redistributing?
No, we're looking for the old flying buttress, which sounds painful. Next question. The ancient city of Teotihuacan, featuring pyramids of the sun and the moon, can be found just northeast of what world capital city? That's Coronado, Jack.
Mexico City.
Yes, you don't have to lean in, Jack. We got you. Keep up the good work. Here we go. A calculation question, but remember we do not repeat in the third round, so listen up. What's the average of 6, 10, and 14? And that's Coronado, Ainsley.
10.
That's right. Next question. Which Italian opera by Puccini tells the tragic story of a young Parisian seamstress named Mimi? Canyon Springs, Rowan?
Flying cappuccino.
No. The opera La Bohème. Next question. Which novel by Celeste Ng explores suburban secrets in Shaker Heights, Ohio? You want to check out Little Fires Everywhere. Next question. Found in shallow coastal areas and rivers, what animal's nickname is sea cow? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Manatees.
That's right. Next question. The epic poem Gilgamesh originated in which ancient region situated in the Tigris-Euphrates area? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Mesopotamia.
That's right. Next question. In 1947, realizing that communism could not be prevented, the U.S. designed what policy? Coronado, Dexter?
Containment.
That's right. Which style of painting developed in France during the 1870s is characterized by short, visible brush strokes? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Romanticism.
Incorrect. And that emphasize light and color. Coronado, Ainsley.
Impressionism.
That's right. Next question. Who's the father of English poetry, having shown that prowess by creating a book featuring 29 characters who almost all told their tales in verse? Coronado, Jack.
William Shakespeare.
No? I think that was in time. Canyon Springs, Rowan.
C.S. Lewis.
No, Geoffrey Chaucer. No points. Next question. What's made up of the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the atmosphere? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
The stratosphere.
No? Coronado, Winston.
Biosphere.
Yes, biosphere is the correct answer. Next question. What highly acidic spherical organelle breaks down waste and damaged cell parts? Coronado, Winston.
Pancreas.
No? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
The Gogolii.
No, we were looking for lysosome. No points. Next question. Author Agatha Christie described which Belgian detective that she created. That's Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Poirot.
That's right. A detestable, bombastic, tiresome, egocentric little creep. Next question. What two major rivers join to form the Shatt al-Arab River in southern Iraq? In time, that's Coronado, Winston.
The Nile and the Chad.
No? And so the bell almost rang, so it's the Tigris and the Euphrates. No points. Next question. The giant sandworms in the book series Dune are called the Shai Hulud by which people? Coronado, Winston.
Iraqis.
No? It's the Freemen. Next question. What's the name of the microscopic air sacs where gas exchange occurs in the lungs? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Alveoli.
Yes. Responsible for heavy rainfall in parts of the United States, the warm water buildup off the west coast of South America in December is called what? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
The Gulf Stream.
No? Coronado, Ainsley?
El Nino?
El Nino, yes. Next question. Which amendment to the United States Constitution abolished slavery? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
The 13th Amendment.
That's right. Which country currently controls the ancient city of Babylon? Canyon Springs, Rowan.
Iran.
No, the answer, okay, well, Coronado, Jack?
Syria?
No, it's Iraq. So no points, we're out of time. Let's find out who won. So our final today, Coronado 185 to Canyon Springs 45. Thanks to both teams, a round of applause, an excellent match. Congratulations to Coronado for the win. Hey, we want you to stick around and tune in next week. The West Career Technical Academy is going to be taking on Green Valley High School. It's sure to be another exciting night of Varsity Quiz right here on Vegas PBS.